stab or suffer my curse.
They're nice but irritating, their excitement can get grating. They're dressed for pastry baking, the Progressive Family. They're helpful but annoying, they always leave us snoring. Accidents are boring with the Progressive Family.
So, when do you all go home?
Never! We're here for you 24/7.
How terrifying.
Protection's so good, it's scary. The Addams Family 2, playing October 1st.
Turn loose. Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly haunting, I turn loose. Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice! Beetlejuice!
Hello everybody, I'm the Loud House Critic, one guy with 1,000 views, and all the episodes I must review. So here I am with the last review to do of this month. Now, before anybody jumps out the gun on this and say that there's another Loud House episode that's around Halloween, that episode is not going to be reviewed next week on Halloween Day. Because that episode just came and I don't have the actual rights for this actual episode clip yet. And plus, I need so much the images in order to do the episode review. Especially if anybody remember the last time when I did school that actually took so much of an hour special. It took me 10 days to actually make that one together. So don't be too disappointed if an episode review like that doesn't come next week. But look at there's other episode reviews that are going to be coming soon, especially when I got to do one on Thanksgiving Day and I got to do one in December, because I really don't have many left. I just got to get down with a season 7 episode with Let's Break a Deal, the 33rd episode from season 7 and the 328th episode. So hearing an episode like this and knowing what the plot is, I was kind of almost slightly not going to enjoy it so much, especially about one of the minor characters I really don't like seeing very much. Especially how the way he's being portrayed ever since season 5. But honestly, with an episode like this, I kind of get a little bit of satisfaction about it. Why is that? Well, I'll actually explain so much of it when we get to the very end of this into my conclusion. But I gotta bring a guest star with me in this one, and you have been waiting for the moment for him to come back for an episode like this.
Hello everyone, Vampire Fan 1992 on the show again, as usual. When I first heard of the premise of Let's Break a Deal last year, I was actually quite mixed on how this Season 7 Loud House episode would turn out, since not only is Rusty a very annoying character in the Loud House, but why is he and Morpheus together in this episode? That's just like pairing ketchup and sushi together. They don't match at all. However, when I actually saw Let's Break a Deal itself, it was actually quite a fun Loud House episode for me to enjoy, to be honest here. And why is that, you may all ask? Let's find out and see if me and the Loud House Critic can break a deal with this Season 7 Loud House episode here. Pun intended. I know that this pun is probably going to be really stupid, mostly, since as someone who's on the autism spectrum disorder like me, I'm actually not great with humor, to be honest here, unfortunately.
spirits have a midnight jamboree. They break it up with fiendish glee. Ghosts are bad, but the one that's cursed is the headless horseman. He's the worst.
That's right, he's a ride on Halloween night.
When he goes a-jogging across the land, holding his noggin in his hand. Demons take one look and groan, then they hit the road for parts unknown.
He wears a care, he rides alone.
And there's no ghost like a ghost who's spurred.
They don't like him and he's pretty burr.
Oh yeah, work it. Ooh, I'm the best.
Oh, I can't remember the last time the dance machine was like this, ever since they busted the last one in Grub Snub. I guess Gus actually got him a new dance game. And you know, personally, I hated how they updated the Jurassic Park arcade game.
Ooh,
Finish! Wow, you're good.
yeah, I'm pretty much the best.
But not the best. Groove Master 15 now in first place. Better luck next time.
So much for being the best. Want to try again?
You think that shit funny?
And I just can't wait to see that girl in another episode.
I wonder who the mysterious Groove Master 15 is here. Must be someone who actually did a better job with this video game more than Rusty.
What? This game is rigged, dog.
This is the thanks I get?
This is the thanks you deserve.
I guess the anime video game girl actually has a good sense of humor. And I find it hilarious. I wonder if we can actually see a Loud House character that actually has that kind of pink hair. 'Cause that's kind of anime sexy looking.
I need a pizza. Stupid game.
No, Boris has been waiting an eternity for our pizza.
I think I should see the nurse, Miss Stackler.
Boltar, get me that pizza boy.
Allow me to help. Sauce like blood and cheese that bubbles. Bring our pizza on the double.
Nobody says that. A book like that, it's gotta have better spells than just that on certain subjects. Or objects for that matter. Shit, I got my own kind of spell book that could actually have a love spell, good fortune spell, good luck spells.
All kind of hoodoo.
Watch the hair!
I'm pretty sure that's stealing.
It worked, didn't it?
But this gives Rusty the idea, as I don't even want to imagine what could be on his mind right now.
Hey, Lucy. Still gothing it up, I see. Anyway, can I get an intro to your wizard friend?
Ugh, whatever gets you to leave me alone the quickest. Hey, Morpheus. This is my brother's friend, Rusty.
Rusty.
That I kind of scratched my head for a moment to think, does Lucy not remember too much of Rusty, that he actually had a brother named Rocky? Then again, I think that ship has actually sailed, because she found another love interest in Alice for Love, but then again, he never showed up again in the Morticians, even when Beecham left.
Wow, even Lucy and her friends at the Morticians Club don't like Rusty just as much as we do. Though on the other hand, I'm actually surprised that Lucy doesn't recognize Rusty as Rocky's older brother from Back in Black. Especially since we don't even know what had happened between Lucy and Rocky after the events of Back in Black. Did they break up or something?
Oh, great and powerful Wizard of Za! I saw that trick you just did. Pretty sweet. You wouldn't happen to have any spells that could, say, help me get the high score in dance battle?
Ugh, normie dancing. So cringe.
If there's one thing that Morpheus is actually right about you, Rusty, you and your dance moves are cringe. Like, an irritating type of cringe.
I know how exactly that was when they did the new Powerpuff Girls. Or what they did in She-Hulk.
Let's celebrate, come on!
I better stop this before I decide to throw up.
You call this cringe? Ooh. Oh, yeah.
What are you saying? You don't remember the characters from Fame? Well, okay, maybe they don't live forever.
This is how you do a victory dance! Go, Mom! Shake that booty!
Okay, is it bad that I'm getting hard?
Shut the fuck up! Why is it always a sex thing?
No, I'm good.
Didn't think so.
What if I sweeten the deal? 30% off headwear at Duds for Dudes.
Oh, okay. So the horseless friend fucker over here gets a little moolah, and suddenly it's worth wasting our time over?
Now that's just plain crazy.
Very well. Ah, yes. Beneath the moon the dancers go. Not too fast and not too slow. Banish demons of defeat. Enchant this mortal's 2 left feet.
I'm pretty sure Stolas has better more spells than just those kinds. Of course, he would have to have a special request from you.
By a night of passionate fornication.
Ew, no.
Whoa!
Let's dance! I think you're crazy. Can't have my love.
Yeah! Oh, show him!
I've never seen anyone dance this so fast before, especially when I tried to do it before, when I saw the Indian chief from Peter Pan do it. And that was fucking tricky for me.
Wow, you're the best!
Survey says,
Look out, kids, here comes a wrecking ball!
Dude, major props. You know, you're alright. We should hang.
Why would we do that?
Yeah, why would they do that? You two exactly don't even mix alike. And I don't see the possible chemistry that could actually quite happen with you two.
Cause, you know, we have a lot in common, like we're both dudes.
Is that all you got?
I'm listening.
Okay, fine. I'm into the spells.
You see? Even now, the terror is welling up inside you.
Maybe we can help each other out. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Ugh, I loathe being touched by human hands.
And besides, I positively loathe
Gingerhead kids.
But perhaps there's another way you can repay me. I'll grant you 1 day of spells if at nightfall you grant me 1 favor.
Rustman's always down to do a bro a solid.
Really? Because I seem to remember that you didn't have your head in the right place during Save the Last Pants. Especially when your own vanity got the best of you. And it's definitely going to happen again in this episode.
Very well. Sign here. In blood. Or red pen. Your call.
You know, the possibility of signing a contract in blood kind of gives an eerie feeling to somebody to actually read it when they see someone else's blood being spilled onto it. Then again, I'm not so sure if anyone wants to see someone's blood writing on that contract.
I've always wanted a cool stash. Now remember, thick and bushy.
I'm a little too surprised that he actually wants a thick, bushy mustache, even since he was trying to get one back in school, which I hardly even call that a mustache. But do you think that's gonna kind of look weird on someone that's about like 12 or 11 years old having a mustache already? Then again, some of the young actors do hit puberty quick than you can even imagine.
Scales of newt, mane of a bull. Let the lip grow, nice and full.
How's it look?
Hey, listen to me. It's not that bad.
Dude, it's really bad.
No, it isn't.
Jeez, that's even more disturbing than looking at the fishes in Shark Tale. At least they're not dick-sucking libs. Oh, sorry, please forgive me for saying that. Ever since Miss Carmichael was the first to do it. That's so disrespectful of me. But Morpheus does get the spell right eventually.
Thanks for lending a hand at the summer sale, you two. We've got to sell every single piece of last season's inventory. So turn on that old spokes charm. I'll man the cash register. Good luck, boys.
I'm still highly anticipated to see Richard at Comic-Con this November. And hopefully I can get him to do a couple of lines and even do Crimson a bit from Hell of a Boss to do a part from Hocus Pocus.
Okay, Morphe.
No.
Morpheus, I'm gonna need one of your spells to sell all this old merch. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here all day.
I think you're asking a bit too much of this, Rusty. I think you can just get off your lazy ass and actually just work for it. But you know what they say, take the responsibility to be mature.
Let's see. Here it is. Denim Desire. This should work. Spirits of persuasion, hear my spell, spell, spell. Make these wretched garments sell, sell, sell.
Must have denim.
I put a spell on you. And now you're mine.
Okay, I think they were asking a bit too much for these spells to actually work just like this. In reality, when they don't usually work like that. Turning someone into a mindless zombie. Oh my gosh, I think that would have been so much the better case if most people were thinking that they were turning into zombies or were acting like zombies. And it wouldn't surprise me if that was going to be the case back in the last Loud on Earth. I think I just found myself a solution to how to fix that episode. But I'll bring that back up in another time.
Oh, success!
Watch me now, I'm just a mean green mother.
Oh, nice shorts, Rusty.
Now that we did the duds, let's do the dating.
You know, I'm starting to pick up a couple of vibes from Beg, Borrow, and Steal, or The Waiting Game. Sometimes in episodes like those, there comes a time when you need to pay the piper.
There she is. Amber from Hazeltucky. Isn't she amazing?
Yeah, she looks like you with a vagina.
Oh, that's a good one. That is rich.
I'm not sure if they were being creative with this character or the fact that they were too lazy to even figure out the right kind of design that they decided to make Rusty into a female. Because she kind of looks like him, like she's from a different world. Then again, they were kind of begging for one of the boys to actually come back in the show.
I want to ask her out, but I could use a boost from the Spellmaster if you catch my drift.
Are we really doing this?
Nothing major, just, enhance my natural charm and make everything I say hilarious.
I'm a mortician, not a miracle worker.
Hey, that's a good one.
Shoot, dude, aren't you usually typecast as the ladies' man? Wouldn't you even know how to charm a girl? That is, if you had charisma.
Casi tan malo como su respiración.
Come on, a deal's a deal. You promised me spells for the whole day. Quick, before she walks away.
Look, kid, if you had 3 wishes, you'd be making them all for yourself and nobody else. Do me a favor, do not wish for a big dick. I promise you there's not enough love in this world for you to be satisfied for what you got and have to offer.
Calling on the spirit of Hades. Make this mortal irresistible to the ladies.
Aw, yeah, I feel the power already.
I put a spell on you.
Hey, Amber, right? I'm Rusty.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Beetlejuice is sexy.
Beetlejuice is smart.
BJ is a graduate of Juilliard.
Really? Because I don't see what's so funny about with him. Even Lincoln's got more better humor than that guy. Oh yeah, I couldn't tell. I thought that was Luann's thing. But Rusty and his female counterpart look alike actually ask themselves out on a date at Gus's Games and Grub, but on one condition that Rusty has to do for Morbius.
Oh, but there is one more thing. We haven't discussed the subject of payment.
Now you owe me something.
All right, sure. What'll it be? Cash? Ping sesh? Bob and lock lessons?
I'm not asking much. Just a token, really, a trifle. You'll never even miss it. What I want from you is...
your hair.
You serious?
I thought you said my hair. I was like, ah!
I did.
You're serious, aren't you?
I need it for one of my spells.
I don't know why you carry that thing around with you, but I got something way better to bushwhack some of that hair off.
Ah! Dude, get that thing away from me. You can't have my hair. It's my best feature.
A deal's a deal. You signed a contract, bro.
I own you, or have you forgotten that?
Look, a hearse.
that feels like.
Well, Thorn, if he won't fulfill his end of the bargain, we'll just have to make him pay.
Ha! Looks like the Rust Man's in the clear. Ah!
Time to float!
Morpheus!
Every town has an Elm Street.
Although Rusty definitely should have known better than to break his promise with Morpheus, I do wonder what kind of spells would Morpheus would want to summon as he uses a string of Rusty's hair. It is definitely going to be a lot of fun.
Sick 'em, girl.
Ready or not, here I come!
Stay cool, Rust Man. Just focus on the date. Hey, what's happening? Ow, 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 ow!
I know that some Loud House fans would consider Let's Break a Deal to be a Rusty torture porn episode, but considering how much irritating and arrogant Rusty is in the show, I say that seeing him tortured is more satisfying than painful to watch, to be honest here.
Oh man, my shirt! Watch out!
Oh no, my Venus!
Good night, everybody.
That's way too much. Especially with having a hot dog up your nose. That's not the first time I've seen a cartoon character actually have one in his nose.
Or do you want a hot dog?
Is it good?
Is it good? Words.
Why does that hot dog cart remind me of Bruno's own hot dog cart from the Casa Grandes? Maybe I'll leave that to the Casa Grandes chick instead.
You were warned. Good luck charming your normie girlfriend without my spell.
Chauncey's coming for you.
We're gonna get you. Not another peep.
You can never escape! There is no hiding place for you!
Heber, hey, sorry I'm late. What happened to your clothes? Nothing. I'm rocking the destroyed look. It's super trendy right now.
What? I have that. Fine. Say it to my face.
Shall we sit?
Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh, that wasn't me!
Hello, Rusty.
Told you so, Rusty.
And now, it's time to pay the piper.
Let's just sit over here. The booths are more comfortable anyway.
I am so grateful they actually brought this back ever since Grub Snub. By the way, if there's anything that's worse than being actually on a date like this when you don't pay the piper, it's actually being the one to put the blame on. It's like a Disney film where somebody's trying to sabotage someone from not falling in love with the person that they want to actually fall in love with.
Thanks. Hope you don't mind. I ordered us some strawberry milkshakes.
Perfect, because you're shaking up my life.
I absolutely love strawberry milkshakes as much as I love strawberry milkshake Hershey Kisses.
You freaking idiot!
You dumbass, you don't spit on a girl. If that happens, you gotta spit under the fucking table. What the hell were you thinking?
Someone had better say, excuse me.
Excuse me.
I'm so sorry. Here.
You'll pay for that, Spokes.
Ooh, I sense a breakup between Rusty and Amber that's going to happen soon.
I rule at the claw machine.
That's not what I heard from Lincoln.
Hey!
Come on, teddy bear.
What are you doing?
It's not me.
Or I'll peel the flesh off her bones.
I'm surprised she's too damn blind to not even see that Rusty's not even doing anything about this. Like, it never occurs to her that someone else is actually placing a spell to try and ruin their date.
Rusty, get me out of here!
I'm surprised that she hasn't died from that, because anyone that gets pulled into an actual claw machine game, they'd be dead by now.
1 second, Amber. Please stop!
What's wrong, Rusty? Not having a good time anymore? There's only one solution to fix all this, unless you want to suffer internally.
Sorry.
Rusty, you jerk!
Tick tock, tick tock.
So Rusty decides to give in and shaves his entire head off until he is completely bald, looking like his mother. But unfortunately...
Thank you.
What? That's it? A single hair?
Yes, one strand should be sufficient for my spell. Thorn wants to be a redhead.
Morpheus's pet crow wanting to be a redhead for why he wanted some of Rusty's hair in the first place. I'm actually not sure if it's very common to see crows with red fur in real life. I could be wrong though.
If you only needed one, why didn't you stop me just now?
What fun would that be?
Morpheus is actually not wrong about that. Rusty getting tortured in this episode is fun after all.
I am so done with spells. So where were we, my precious Amberstone?
We were done. This was the worst date ever. I never want to see you again.
I never want to see you again. Yabba dibby dabba dibby 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 dum.
With Rusty losing both his hair and his girlfriend on the same night, it actually looks like that he'll learn an important lesson by the end of this episode. I hope.
Well, lost my hair and the girl, but at least I got the sweet prize. Rustman's still winning.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough.
You know, Rusty, I really don't give a shit if you got something good after all in the end or not. You still definitely had it coming for not giving your word to Morpheus in this episode.
Sometimes feeling like a loser can make you definitely feel like a winner. And that was the episode Let's Break a Deal. It's no too damn surprise that this episode kind of satisfied me a lot to see Rusty suffer throughout this episode. Well, during part of the second act, once he refused to pay Morphe Boy, bad things start to happen to him, and Morphe decides to cast spell on him to actually make him pay so much bad luck for his little crimes of him not striking a deal that he made with him. With the latter, though, Rusty never seems to understand the consequences about what happens when you don't pay the piper. And through the experiences that he's been through in every different episode, he never learns anything. Until this episode gets him in the ass, especially when he was trying to impress a girl that kind of looks like a lost relative of his. The one thing that troubles me about some of the episodes is how some of the Loud siblings and some of the Loud characters are used as filler. Like Lucy was in the very beginning of this episode, and then the next thing you never see her again throughout the rest of the episode. It's like, don't worry about Lucy. She was only there just because her goth friend was actually there, Gus's Games and God, so you're gonna forget that she's actually in this. Especially when she made that little remark comment about not knowing Rusty, especially when she don't even remember that she liked Rocky back in Black. Kind of a bad way, says Lynn, saying that she was dehydrated. Even when you feel weird as a goth kind of person, the spells that Morpheus has been casting feels a bit meh to me. I don't mind so much supernatural things actually happening in this show, but somehow they kind of killjoy it throughout. And I know there are spells for mostly everything, but some of these spells do feel they were shoved in to be convicted with the plot. Even when part of this episode feels so confusing. I mean, if Morpheus actually wanted one single hair from Rusty for his crow, then why did he have the razor with him if all he wanted was one single piece of hair from Rusty? Then again, I do feel the irony of the episode that just got me laughing a few times. And I did really enjoy Morpheus actually tormenting Rusty, and it was very satisfying. Even if the girl Amber did dump Rusty and just walked out on their date. Even if Rusty did feel like he was a winner in the very end of it, the whole entire episode was just kind of confusing and not pretty much engaging. Especially when you got one character from the Morticians and one character from the Freckle Gang, and they really don't share so much chemistry. Like you would kind of see Stella and Lana in Training Day. Even for a minor character like Morbius, he kind of felt like he was a leading role in this episode, while Rusty is the typical other guy, if you know what I get at, about his character. Because there were a lot of things that were kind of good and not so good, and even the story itself doesn't feel so much engaging, or it's nothing too special. Although it's not my favorite episode, but honestly, I did enjoy some of Rusty's misery in this episode. But I feel like this episode was like a big misstep of the show. For me, I just don't find so much well with it. Now I can hand the mic over to Vampire Fan.
For my thoughts on the Season 7 Loud House episode, Let's Break a Deal, since Rusty is not a favorite Loud House character of mine, as I find him to be the most annoying out of everyone in Lincoln's friend group, especially after Honeycut Gems, I will say that seeing Rusty get tortured by Morpheus and his curses was actually quite satisfying to watch as payback for Rusty not giving his word to Morpheus on the deals he made with Morpheus. Especially as someone who's not a fan of Rusty and even does not like his attitude and his personality as well too. Like, for 5 minutes, Rusty, can you please shut up about yourself and how great you are? For 5 minutes! Also, seeing Morpheus act quite scary towards Rusty in this Loud House episode is definitely quite entertaining for me to watch, as it does remind me of how Richard Steven Horvitz is quite known for playing scary and comedic villains in animation like Chaos in Skylanders, the Chipotle family in El Tigre, Crimson in Hell the Boss, and most notably, Zim in Invader Zim. And I should definitely note that, since me and a good friend of mine have actually both met Horvitz himself at a fan convention in San Francisco last year in November. Very fun guy to meet with. Hope I can meet him again one day. I even got to record a video of him with 2 of his characters from Invader Zim and Hell the Boss interacting with each other as well too. You guys and girls can all check it out on my main YouTube channel, Vampire Fan 1992, if you all want to, sooner or later. Just click on the link below on this Loud House Critic episode review video right here if you're all interested. Anyway, one main downfall I do have with Let's Break a Deal is not just Amber, Rusty's now ex-girlfriend, being a complete redesign of him as a girl, since I really don't mean to be sexist or anything, or being a sexist in general, since I'm not sexist in real life, but instead with the fact that, like I said before, Lucy doesn't seem to recognize Rusty as Rocky's older brother for some odd reason, despite the events of Back in Black. But it could be possible due to Lucy developing a crush on Silas between the events of Back in Black and L is for Love, as she instead only recognizes Rusty as Lincoln's friend. In which, like I also said before, something must have happened between Lucy and Rocky after the events of Back in Black. But what could have happened between the 2 of them? Also, compared to its sister episode, A Dish Come True, I would actually take Let's Break a Deal over the former any day in my life. Not gonna lie right there. So, if you're not a fan of Rusty, but really enjoy seeing him get tortured, and even love Richard Steven Horvitz in mainly everything he's involved with, like me, then Let's Break a Deal is the right Loud House episode for you. I'm Vampire Fan 1992, as usual, and as I go, remember not to make deals that you actually cannot make, or you will end up facing major consequences in the future someday, like in Drag Me to Hell.
This has been the Loud House Critic, and let's see what's next.
For once you cross that bridge, my friends. So when you're riding home tonight, make for the bridge with all your might. He'll be down in the hollow there. He needs your head. Look out! Beware! He's out looking for a head swap, so don't try to figure